Hi, my name is Shandy, and I am speaking today on France. I went to France during the summer of 2019. I went there for a study abroad program, and it was super cool. I got to study the French Revolution and some nice philosophy while I was there, and it was pretty incredible. Of course, one of my favorite things about being there was the food. I had so many different experiences, and a restaurant just like right down the street. I loved how many creperies there were, and this is a picture of one of them. It was so yummy, and it made the best breakfast. Everybody knows about the Eiffel Tower. It is pretty great. I don't feel bad about hyping it up. It made me feel really, really magical to stand underneath it. It's so tall, and at night, it sparkles. It was way cool. I was only 18 when I went, but I still got to drink and go to bars. It was pretty exciting for me, and I had a drink made for me by a specific bartender that I got to interact with. I made friends with him, and he made me a drink special for me, and it was just a really cool experience. So yeah, that's everything for today.
Hi, my name is Edwin Santos, and I'm going to be presenting on the country of Mexico. So to get us started, let me go ahead and share a little clip of Dia de los Muertos. Give me just one moment.
Mexico also brings exciting holidays to America. Dia de los Muertos means Day of the Dead. It is celebrated in the first week of November. It's a day that Mexicans celebrate the lives of their loved ones that have passed on. Cinco de Mayo celebrates the Battle of
So, Mexico. So I've never actually been to the country, but both of my parents immigrated from Mexico to the United States of America about 10 years before I was born. So I've always wanted to go to the country at some point in my life. And Dia de los Muertos, it's a really important holiday in Mexico. So the Day of the Dead, it's a holiday that's celebrated, like the video said, on the 1st and 2nd of November. And it is a way for us to show respect for those in our lives who have passed. For example, maybe great grandparents, uncles, aunts, people in our lives who have passed away. And one way that we tend to celebrate them is through food, because food is a very big cultural thing in Mexico, in Mexican culture. And one thing that my own family does during Day of the Dead is that we make Mexican food. So for example, carne asada, pozole, we have these conchas, these little shell-like pastries. And not only do we eat the good food ourselves, but we also put some plates out on our ofrenda, which is this picture here that we see in this part of my presentation, so that those who have passed can also celebrate with us and eat the good food alongside us and take some of it to the afterlife. So that was my short presentation on Mexico. I hope it was educational, even though it was a little short. Thank you. I appreciate the time that y'all took to be here with me.
Hi, my name is Linda Martinez, and I will be talking to you about Madagascar. I will be using the photos that I took when I was there as my slideshow, so I'll be scrolling up and you can see my experience that I had there. Madagascar is located on the lower east side of Africa, and it's a large island and one of the largest in the world. So that's why there are areas that look dry and other areas that look more like a rainforest. Um, when I was there, I was told that um, back in the day, way back in the day, and also don't quote me too much on this, but they were being conquered by many different people from India to islanders to Latinos. And with that being said, uh, that is why the people in Madagascar, or the Malagasy people, look different. They look Polynesian while others look Indian, and sometimes you can't necessarily figure out what they look like other than, Malagasy. They are exactly from Madagascar. Um, and something that I loved about Madagascar is the fact that the kids would sing their heart out along with the adults in church. And here's a quick video of them singing. And so, another fun fact about Madagascar are the lemurs. The lemurs are only found in Madagascar, nowhere else in the world. And to end this little video, here is a picture of King Julian.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for being here and watching this presentation. First, I wanted to apologize and say I'm really sorry about being in bed. Actually just got back from the hospital and I'm supposed to be taking it easy, but I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys a little bit about Japan. So here we go. Okay, so, I'm sorry, there we go. So Japan has always been a really special place to me, and I really love it here. I've only been once, but we have another trip planned to come back to Japan, and I'm super excited. I just wanted to name a few interesting facts, and I would suggest to anyone that wants to travel here to do so because it's incredible. Here's a few photos. It's so beautiful there, and it's a very safe city if you love the city, and also there's a bunch of beautiful hikes and cherry blossoms. An interesting fact is that nearly half the zippers worldwide are made in Japan, which is crazy. I didn't know that, but also Japan has the most vending machines in the world. I think that for every 25 people, there's a vending machine. Japan has one of the lowest crime rates in the world, so it's a very safe place to visit, but of course you still need to, be aware of your surroundings, but I would recommend it for if you're looking for somewhere safe to travel. Lastly, this is where I met my husband, and this is our first photo together. So anyways, I love Japan. It's a very interesting place. And there's a lot of interesting facts about it you can read up on if you'd like. It's so pretty, and there's lots of fun things to do. There's actually, when I went there, there was 2 world record roller coasters that I went on at Fuji Q, and it's just a really fun place. So I would recommend traveling here if you're looking for a new country to go to. My husband would actually love to live here someday, so I'm not sure if we will, but we're considering it. Anyways, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this presentation.
I'm going to go ahead and share a brief video on Zhangjiajie, China. It's one of the places that my wife and I got to go when we were teaching English there. We did 17 weeks and got to travel throughout different parts of China. This is definitely my favorite one. When you get to the park, this is how you get up there. You start in this little tiny touristy town, and then you get to the park entrance, and this is what you get a ride. It goes all the way from the city You get to watch the city go through, and then there's these little towns and then villages, and then you're in the park, and then you're up on top of these mountains. And the mountains are incredible. They're really thin, and they're spires like that. If you've seen that cartoon Avatar: The Last Airbender, or the Blue People Avatar, both those were inspired by this area. So you're standing on top of one of the wider peaks, and you get to look over and see these spines coming up out of the ground with trees growing on them. It's pretty incredible. And then when you're leaving the park, this is the main exit. This is where all the tour buses and stuff will be. But when we came down, you get to walk down these stairs, and they are a lot longer. I mean, they look huge, but it took a while to get down these things. And they are steep and thin stairs too. That was one thing interesting about China, I thought, was that the safety regulations to see in the United States are non-existent there. I would not recommend the bungee jumping, but their parks are absolutely phenomenal. So thanks for listening.